Doyle with Rockcliff Realtors, and today I have a special guest. This is Christy. We get so many questions from families that we're helping about short sales, about going through the short sale process, about, what does the process take, what is a short sale? People ask us that all the time. And so Christy's agreed to share her experience with us, and she sold her house short sale a couple years ago, and so I'll let her explain, share the details. So we'll just jump right into some questions I have, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure.
Awesome. Now you sold your house a short sale about 2.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
So now when you were trying to decide what to do, we have a lot of clients who ask us, what's the pros and cons of short sales? What were your biggest concerns that you went through to try to make that choice?
Basically, we were concerned with what it would do to our credit, if it would make our credit score go really low, and what the ramifications of that were going to be. Would we be able to purchase another home? Would we be able to purchase anything, buy a new car? So that was a big consideration. And then where we were going to live, would we even be able to rent another place with that on our credit score? And what our friends and family were going to think of us as well. So those were kind of our major concerns.
Right. Well, and for those of you that don't know, I know most people understand what a short sale is. Mm-hmm. But for those of you that are watching that don't know exactly what it is, because some people ask me, explain it, so I'll make it brief. Basically, a short sale, all it means is that you bought your house at the top of the market or when the market was falling, mm-hmm. and you owed, because of the market changes, loan balance higher than the current market value. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much the gist of a short sale is, someone that wants to sell their home but doesn't have the equity any longer due to the market. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, and we owed like $570,000 and it sold for $320,000.
Right. So that's a significant.
Right drop.
And a lot of people that ask me about short sales, they don't believe that the banks will actually do that. Mm-hmm. A lot of them have fears that the negative is too big. So it's good to know that. Mm-hmm. And explain to us. You mentioned concerns, of course, about credit and things like that. Mm-hmm. How quickly did your credit score recover? Do you remember watching it?
I think it only took like 1.5 years or 2 years before my credit score was up high enough, even to purchase a house. So yeah. It really only took 1.5 to 2 years.
Which is super good because we know that everyone has options. If you're in an underwater situation, you can give the house back to the bank. People, can consider that. Let the house be foreclosed. But the recovery time with that is 5 years.
It's like a bankruptcy. That's what we were
even
told.
more.
5 to 10 years.
Yeah, 5 to 10 years. Whereas the short sale is such a great option for most families. Again, it's something that you definitely need to take time. Which is what I wanted to ask you again. Now, you didn't take the decision easily. Mm-hmm. This is something that you thought a lot about. How did you make the choice? Like, what was the process you went through to get to the point where you decided that was a good thing for you?
Well, we considered a lot of the different options. We considered the economy, and the economy didn't look like it was going up anytime soon.
Right.
People were telling, other real estate agents, loan agents were telling us it was going to be 5 to 10 years or longer before our house may come up to the current value, or even 20 years, some people were saying.
Right.
So we considered the economy. We considered... we had young children that needed us to be with them, so it's not like both of us could work a ton.
Right.
And we considered the economy, our children,
just kind of like making a fresh start, basically.
Right.
The ability to make a fresh start. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you say that there's anything that you would advise? Because this is such a Christy is a definite success story. Because after 2 years, you bought a new home. Mm-hmm. You have children and you bought a new house, which is so exciting. It's such a confirmation of the process. Before the market goes up, you were able to jump back in and purchase a home. Right. What advice would you give if someone's in the place where you were 2 years ago? What would you say that?
Before we short sell? Well, I would say consider all your options. So, like I said, consider the economy, consider where your finances are, consider what it is going to do to your credit potentially. Consult with a lot of different people in the field. So we consulted with accountants, we consulted with other realtors, we consulted with our bank, we consulted with family, we consulted with elders from our church. So we really didn't take the decision lightly, and we really looked at our whole global situation, personally, with the economy, before we got all of our facts in line before we made the decision.
Yeah.
And we knew all of the consequences of doing it, that we could find out
beforehand.
the potential consequences. Yeah. So
what I would say too, a lot of people ask us, because we have specialized in short sales for so many years, there's definitely some ins and outs of understanding how to help you process that so that it does work on your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important that you get the advice from someone who understands, for sure. And I would say that, there's a few things that have actually changed since you did your short sale as well. The government's put into place some protection for taxes. The homeowner who sells a short sale as a primary residence no longer has potential tax consequences.
Okay.
And the bank can't come after you for a deficiency if they agree to do the short sale. So there's some good...
Well, that was the case too when we did our short sale. We knew that was in place.
That's right.
And we didn't know how long that was going to be in place, and we would have owed $100,000 or more if that tax break wasn't there. So that was a big decisive factor for us too, knowing that we could do the short sale, we'd be free and clear, we wouldn't owe any deficiency, we wouldn't owe any taxes.
Right. And the bank took on the loss of
the bank took on the loss without any consequences to us.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And one of the things that I want to share with anyone who's considering a short sale is that is actually going away at the end of 2012. The expiration of that, the tax benefit is, they may extend that. Hopefully they will. But at this point, that will expire. So. Yeah, but thank you so much. I so much appreciate your help, and I know that anyone watching who's considering a short sale or who has families in a situation, we get questions, every day from families considering that as an option. So call me direct if you have any questions personally. My name again is Lisa Doyle. My number is 925-890-7443, and I thank you so much, Christy, for helping us.
You're welcome.